Welcome to the I Have Theories YouTube channel. If you're new here, well, I guess we're all new here. I guess I figured it's time that I did a channel introduction. Who I am, what I do, and what's this channel about, who it's for, the direction I want to take for this channel, and introduce myself. This is the channel meant for casual gamers. We just enjoy gaming with our friends after a day of work, but we also have a competitive edge where we want to play some ranked games, have some time with our boys. This channel really is intended to be a video diary of funny moments with my friends, good gameplay moments, and anything I can capture where at some point in the future we can look back into this vast internet world and be like, you know what, this was us back in the day. This is really all the time we put in and the fun we had, and even if you aren't able to do it in the future, you can always look back at it and relive those core memories, because gaming really has been a core part of my life. Started gaming way back in the PlayStation 3 days when I was like 10, 11 years old, playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. We were playing from such a young age that gaming has just been such an essential part of my life. Even just to wind down, I'll hop on a game, play a few games, and call it a night. And I've made so many friends through gaming as well, where some of these people you talk to every day, you see them more than sometimes you would your in-person friends. And I know there are a lot of people out there that resonate with that idea, right? To many, it seems foreign. It's just like, how could you make friends gaming? But it's such a common thing these days, where gaming has really evolved, gamers have evolved, and the community has evolved. So this is an ode to those who, they like gaming with their friends and they want to see more of that, right? If you enjoy that kind of stuff and you want to just chill and lay back on a Friday evening or Saturday evening, or even after a day of work, and you want to see some chill layback content or some content with some friends, and I'm not the best editor, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, then you're at the right place. For context, I'm 25 years old and I got my degree in finance from Baruch College in New York City, and I've been working in corporate ever since. That's my story. I've been working in corporate ever since I graduated from university, and that's been my life. I do my 9 to 5, sometimes longer, because that's just what corporate demands. I love my job. I work in healthcare consulting, and I love the space that I work in. But I've always had this passion for gaming, and I've always had this itch to post content, because there's just so many good moments that you want to capture. You're like, oh man, I wish I clipped that, or oh man, I wish I had a recording, or oh, that was such a good game, and you want to be able to reminisce and go back and look at it, but you have nothing that recorded it. So it started off really as a passion project. A friend of mine who also for fun posts shorts on YouTube, and he was kind of like, we always game together, so he goes, why don't we just stream on Twitch? And streaming on Twitch was primarily for our friends to see. Our friends couldn't join us for whatever it was, or maybe they were busy. They could just put on the stream and see their friends game as pastime. We made a Twitch account just for our friend group. You want to watch the boys game and you're not able to join, this is a space for you to come, hang out, and chill. My friend goes, why don't we just clip these moments and upload these shorts onto YouTube? Just see where it goes. And it really started off from there. I gotta say, the algorithm on YouTube, algorithm is something hard to crack on YouTube. But I'm in no rush of trying to crack that code. Because again, this is for fun, right? This is to see where it goes. And if we can build a community of like-minded people, then that's a win. But we posted these shorts, and I think my most viewed short only really has about 5,000 views. But when you're clipping from Twitch, you've got that clip, you upload it to YouTube, it uploads at like 720p 30 frames per second. So the quality is potato quality, but it's something for us to look back on and be like, hey, that was a funny moment. But I figured now, especially because it's been a curiosity of mine, I really wanted to take it the next step and get the proper equipment, get the proper recording equipment, and try to post long form content. That's what my 3 previous videos are. It's just my attempt at making long form content. I recently saw a YouTube video, for any of you that know of the YouTubers Cajun Koi, or I don't think they call themselves Cajun Koi anymore. I think they call themselves like Koi Learning Academy. But they're these 2 brothers who are doctors, and they posted YouTube videos as educational videos for a college audience, for college kids who are looking to optimize their learning habits and overall just navigate their life through college and getting ready for interviews and that sort of stuff. And I watch that kind of content as well. Watching their content actually helped me unlock the ways I know I learn and how I can maximize that. I was watching one of their videos. They mentioned that in today's day and age, where it's so difficult to find a job, you really want to build content. This is your video library. This is your portfolio. You could pull out this portfolio, and this is the sort of content that you made. Now me, I'm not taking this anywhere to any sort of, you know, job applications to be like, look, I make gaming content on Call of Duty and Marvel Rivals, so I have this skill set. I am so new to this. But you know, that really inspired me to go on this journey and make the sort of content that I always enjoyed and that I aspire to make. Do you remember old school YouTube where it was guys like Hutch, Scene Anders, Sark, the Machinima guys, Zerka, better known as Josh and the Sidemen? Like, they made Call of Duty montages. They had good gameplay with commentary in the background where they could just talk about any subject, and they had an audience. People like that sort of content, and that's something I really want to bring back. I know it's probably already out there, but I want to make this sort of content where it's just gameplay in the background and it's just me talking into a mic, talking to you guys, and you guys get to see gameplay of just an average guy who works a salary job, who enjoys gaming with his friends. Most of the time, whether or not we're playing casually, we play competitively and we see how far we can go. And if there are like-minded people who are willing to join that journey and join the community, then I welcome it. If this even inspires somebody to start making content, this is that channel for you. And I hope it does inspire you the way that some other YouTube channels have inspired me. One of the biggest YouTube channels that inspired me was a YouTuber. If any of you play Valorant, the YouTuber named Natty Aim, and Natty Aim's story really hooked me. Natty Aim was an engineer that quit his job. His goal was to hit Radiant in 1 year in Valorant, and he devoted so much of his time and all of his energy into YouTube and streaming and getting good at the game. The primary focus wasn't YouTube and streaming. The primary focus was to just get good at the game at Valorant. But he figured he'd document that process through Twitch and YouTube. And I was so hooked by his story because he had gained such a following that was supportive of what he wanted to do. They were like, yeah, go for it, man. Like, I completely understand. I work an X, Y, and Z job as well, and I want to see you succeed. His audience was so wholesome. But so was he. You know, for him, for Natty Aim, he shared so much with that audience that he grew. He shared his weight loss journey. He shared his insecurities with self-confidence and how really stepping into this social media world was a step outside of his comfort zone. And I really gelled with that story. It's been over a year since he started his project, and he no longer posts content. So I'm gonna guess that he went back to his engineering job, but it was that attempt he made that really hooked me and really hooked his audience. That's something I want to replicate. You know, I'm not going to quit my job.
Because you won't. You won't, though.
What's this guy talking about? I'm not going to quit my job because obviously bills need to be paid. But Natty Aim was one of those inspirations for me where he posted content. He wasn't the best player. I'm not the best player by any means, but he grew that audience and people loved just coming onto his stream and hanging out with him or watching his YouTube videos and supporting him. The way that inspired me, this inspires other young professionals, and this is something you're interested in, and gaming is something you enjoy doing with a group of friends and you want to start making content, and this is the right place for you. Another inspiration for this channel, I would say, is Jev. And Jev has been doing this for a long time, right? Jev has been making YouTube content for a long time. So this is kind of natural to him. For me, speaking into a mic, not knowing who's going to watch, it feels vulnerable to me. Like, I don't know who I'm speaking to, but Jev just makes it look so natural where he can speak into the mic and throw on some gameplay in the background, and it seems so natural. This is a first for me, and I'm trying to improve upon those skills. Putting some gameplay in the background, putting a commentary, editing it together, posting on YouTube. And for some of you, that might be really easy. But for me, this is a learning experience, and this is something I hope to get better at. Wow, my aim is bad. That's enough of me yapping. If you like this sort of content and you're interested in following me in my journey on YouTube and seeing how far I can go with different styles of YouTube videos and primarily bring it back to old school YouTube, which is gameplay and commentary in the background, like the video and put it in the comments. I'd like to know, if you're a young professional as well, what you studied and got your degree in and what you currently do. You know, what sector do you work in, and do you enjoy your job? And is content creation something that you someday hope to break the barrier of soon and get into it? Because that's this current attempt. You're watching it live. That's this current attempt, and we'll see how far it goes. Please leave a like, sub, and I'd love to hear from you. Until then, I will see you guys in the next videos on the IHaveTheories YouTube channel. Peace.